I interviewed Mike Masilotti, a comedian, podcaster, and business owner. Today, we're going to find out how he became successful in his endeavors.
You can say you like cats too, but you'll be walking to your car after the show and a cat's following you. You're like, dude, get out of here, cat. I got nothing for you, man.
Mike Masilotti, man.
What's up, dude?
You're going viral on the internet, bro. How do you feel about that, bro?
I mean, I feel like a lot of people get videos that get a lot of views, so it's not like what it was. Like, if 5 years ago, if I was getting these numbers, I'd be like, what? Get the fuck out of here. But now it's just like, it's cool. I'm glad I'm actually getting a little bit of love.
Yeah.
But, I mean, nothing, like, I'm not getting paid.
I'm a little jealous, bro. Like you're blowing up. Like you got 20,000 followers in like a month. That's insane, man.
Off of like 2 videos, though. I realized I posted 30 reels. I don't know how, in like 2 months, a month and a half, and that's kind of what has been doing, just clipping up everything.
Yeah, I mean that's the move, man. A lot of comics, they kind of just go up and just speak into the void, and then it's just gone. 20 people at the belly room just heard it, and it's just kind of gone. But if you record it, millions can see it possibly.
Yeah. I think that's like what everyone should be doing now is like go get the best setup you can get, best audio, like lapel mic, like get really good quality shit. And every fucking time you go up, film yourself and put up your jokes if they're even decent, if you're getting good reactions and you're doing well. Cause that's like I think that's the new comedy special is these clips. And instead of having one, you need like 10 to 20 to hit. And I had like 2 or 3 hits. So I'm like, okay, I'm figuring out that, but like, I want to get that fucking, I want 100K, bro. I don't want fucking bum ass 20 something. That's fucking whack, dog. My dog has 16, bro. You know what I'm saying? Bort.
Yeah, hell yeah. How's Bort doing, bro?
He's good, bro. I mean, if you guys follow Bort the Deaf Frenchie, he's like learned how to walk again. He got some back surgery and shit, but he's a beast. He's going through it, man.
Yeah, man. Dude, your clips are like infiltrating my life, bro. Like
I appreciate that. That's dope. I like when people hit me up and they're like, dude, your thing is popping up on my page.
Yeah.
And I don't want it to. That's the best.
I'm just like on the train. I look to my left, the guy on the phone's like listen to it like a Mike Masilotti clip. Friends from school are sending me your clips. I'm like, bro, what's going on here?
Yeah, well, my parents don't see them, so that's sad.
Yeah, because they're not on the internet.
No, it's funny. My family's like overly supportive, which most people's families are just kind of like, oh, what are you doing? It's like my family's so like, maybe because they don't think I could do anything else, but it was like from the get, like I had a video like 5-6 years ago go viral when I just like did mushrooms and did stand up. And I remember on the way for that getting 1 million views, my family was like staying up at night and texting each other back and forth, and it was this really like fun moment where like, oh my god, it got 1 million, and now I'm like sending them these clips like, oh, check this out again. They're like, yeah, whatever, we already shared that thing with you once, we're done. But it's cool.
Desensitized a little bit.
Yeah.
But man, like I'm really proud of you, man. Just like
Thanks,
this takes a lot of effort, and you've been on YouTube for a long time, bro.
You've been pushing me. I will say that, bro, because there's a couple people that are just like really like in my head about it and like telling me it's also not just telling people what to do, but it's giving them like a little bit of a tip on how to do it.
Yeah,
it's so big. So if you just say like, hey, you should clip up your stuff, it's just like, all right. But then like you were saying like, putting up like when YouTube Shorts was like, you were like, dude, like that'll help you get subscribers, and that's what got me over to 1,000, whatever, because that's when you monetize. That's why it's such a fucking big deal.
Yeah.
But like that was because you were telling me to put those clips up because you were like, yo, my numbers are getting good, so you should be doing this. And it's like, I don't know, I like that kind of motivating each other kind of shit, because it's like, I don't know, we're all on different teams, but we're not battling each other.
Yeah,
we're like, but it's pretty cool.
It's the LA comics versus the algorithm, bro.
Yeah, bro, I'm telling you. I always think of like the comedy and like us as like creators or whatever, we're like the Avengers or whatever, and then Thanos is like Hollywood.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like if we all came together and like instead like fought with each other on shit to like, I mean, even what Rogan and them are doing, say what you want about what he's like, if you like his content or not, but the fact that he built a group of homies and a group, like basically he popped like 5 or 6 different comics, which and then they popped different people. Like, I mean, he popped kind of Theo Von, who helped pop like Chappelle Lacey or whatever.
Yeah, and he's going for Ari Manis too.
Ari Man, yeah, all those fools. And like, I mean, they probably had other help along the way, but you can like trace certain people, and it's like, oh, if Rogan, if these guys didn't get as big, because there are people we know that are way funnier than these famous comics, but it's about like it's so much more than just like, oh, you can tell really, really good jokes. It's just like, are you cool to be around?
Yeah.
'Cause at the end of the day, man, like I've noticed that. Like I used to hit up people to feature for them on the road, and now I realize they just want to bring their friends with them. Not in a bad way. Like they just want they're in Louisiana for 3 days in the middle of nowhere. It's like, do you want to hang out with this random comic you've never met that might be a bummer, or one of your homies that you're like, dude, let's do this garbage together.
Yeah.
So I definitely get that.
Yeah, 100%. And what you said about just comics versus Hollywood, you know, Avengers style, like that's so true because from what I've seen, great, amazing comics like Fahim Anwar and
Oh, he's the best.
Andrew Schultz, they didn't go the usual route like, oh, you know, go to the comedy store, get a good 100K and then put it up on Netflix. They're like, fuck that. I'm just going to put it up on my YouTube channel and just get the money that way. And that's what Fahim and Andrew Schultz did. And it's so amazing, man. We don't have to rely on Pauly Shore and all.
I know all these comics that like part of their story back in the day was like, oh, and then I got to open for this dude took me on the road with him. And it's like, I can't just hope that someone's gonna be like, I like you and take you on the road. Like, but I think the clips also like it gets more people can see. Like a lot of comics are like, oh, I don't want to burn the jokes. Like fucking put everything up.
100%.
Like it's you're gonna like what? So like you get at best what 1,000. If you're doing killer shows, you're getting 1,000 people. Like realistically, you're getting 50 to 150 people at your shows. Like what? One of your clips can get 1 million, even 100,000. Like that's so much better than just. And it's good to have the room there, but you're not burning that joke.
Yeah.
No one's gonna, and no one in that room is gonna like
remember either. Like people are on TikTok and Instagram just scrolling through for hours, and they're like, oh, that joke about, you know, learning Spanish and being proud of my.
And who gets mad though? That's the other thing that's funny is like comics think someone's gonna be like, oh, I know that joke.
People want to hear the hits sometimes too.
Yes, it's like if everything isn't new, then it's fine. But as long as it's not all old. Yeah. Like don't give me like, I know that if you know every single one of my jokes, but you won't, because if you keep writing and shit, you'll keep having new shit you want to talk about. But I do think it's weird when comics like they're so nervous that like these jokes are so fucking amazing that these are only for the stage. It's like just put them out, man, because that's gonna help you get more people to see you live, because that's the whole goal is like to get butts in seats so then a club will fuck with us. Yeah, because it doesn't matter what you do on stage, it doesn't matter how funny you are. If you're getting like butts in seats, they'll like, dude, you could be farting into a microphone for an hour, and if you'll pack the Improv on Friday nights, you'll get booked every Friday night. Yeah, 100%. It's not about like they don't care. They're just like, oh, he's getting people here, cool, because it's a business. And it's like, well, if I can be funny, that's awesome. But it's like I want to like be funny the way I like what I'm happy doing, but also get people out there, because a lot of comics think like the clubs are all gonna do it. Yeah, no, that's some 2010 mentality, bro. Yeah, like King Batch and shit. Like he's not even like, I mean, he's a comic for sure, but like he like just got his fan base from Instagram and just they're like, oh, I'm at the Laugh Factory today, come through, and then just packs it out. That's what I'm saying, bro. Yeah, that's what you got to do, bro. And I'm sure like you literally got like 20,000 followers. I'm sure 50 of them will show up to like your next show. And that's crazy, because that's such, like, even if you get like fucking 10 people to buy tickets for you, like I open for a lot of, no offense, like look, they're fine people, but they're not like known people most of the time, and they're not selling any tickets. They're not like pushing these numbers or whatever. So like if you can get any kind of numbers going, then the clubs are like, they notice. They're like, oh, these people are buying tickets to see this guy, like for this person. So I'm with you, man. It's just effort. It's different. It's a different area you have to put the effort in now, because it's not just going on stage every night. I think honestly going on stage every night is great for like the first 4 to 6 years, 7 years. Then after that, it's like, all right, figure out kind of what you're doing. But now it's all about like, build that, just like, and I don't, not just the clips, but just like that, go on the road a little bit, like get like, the more you go on the road, the more people you meet, and then your jokes get better, because now you like, oh, when I say in this area, they get a little pissed when I use these words. So if you just tweak your jokes to where everyone likes it when you start doing it in like Arkansas, then Seattle, and then New York, and then LA, and it's like, okay, this hits hard in all of them, then you're fucking killer. And so many people will just sit in a city. I don't know. It is what it's all just different. I think no one knows how to do it right now, and the fact that we're even getting any kind of numbers. In 2 years, there's gonna be a new fucking TikTok called like Fling Flang, and then Bing Bong. Yeah, bro, and we're like Squad. Yeah, but like, and then we're gonna have to restart. So it's just being conscious of like, you're gonna have to keep this going forever. Yeah, and hopefully one day I'll make enough money where I can pay someone to do this annoying shit. But until then, you got to do the annoying shit. You're kind of just gonna phase out a little bit. Yeah. You know?
100%. And what you said about like going everywhere, like Arkansas, Seattle, and trying out jokes, I feel like in LA, people just like started just having like inside baseball jokes all the time, and I'm just like, dude, like this works at the Comedy Store, but it's not gonna work anywhere else. And
Yeah.
people start relying on those, and it just doesn't hit, you know?
Yeah, it's also just I think it's not lazy, but a lot of it's like it sucks. I mean, traveling sucks. Like it's fun when you're going to fun places, but like fuck, man. Like I just went and did a couple shows. I flew out to Arizona. I was all happy because I'm like not driving anymore really to my gigs. I'm like I'm not flying. I'll spend more money on these flights. But then I flew out there. I had to fly out earlier to catch the gigs. We had to draw whatever. But then I had to change my flight. I canceled my flight home too, not knowing. So then the way home, I had to buy I just like broke even basically. And it's just like, you're not making a lot of money. It's hard work. I'm not at home. I have to have like a dog sitter. It's like so much shit you have to put into just to go out and do the road shit that a lot of people don't do it. They'll say they don't get booked, but they don't put the effort in to get booked. If you hit up a club around the country and you're not from there, they'll probably book you because they don't want just locals coming through.
Yeah,
if it's
100%.
like, yo, Minnesota, like I'm going through, give me dates. These are the times I'm going. Like it's just hard, man. And I love doing it, but at the same time, it's fucking brutal.
Yeah, I mean, you have so much on your plate, so much. You're a goddamn business owner, and then you're getting calls from bleep and bleep, you
Bleep
know?
and bleep, bro.
Random shit, you know, that's getting bleeped out, but you know, just random
Yeah.
bullshit calls like
Well, business shit's easier with you fools. I'll be honest. Like that's
Yeah.
the whole thing. Is like I want to keep building these just because this is the most fun shit. Like being able to like this is that Thanos shit. This is like that anti-Hollywood shit.
Yeah.
It's like if we can put out our own stuff, then what the fuck? No offense to that. What power do they have?
Yeah,
It's like,
100%.
If like then they're gonna have to come to us with something that means something to us. Rather like, hey, I can help you guys with A, B, or C, rather than how can you help us? And it's like we can help ourselves. Like even booking our own shows and like if a comedy club doesn't book you, rent out like a rock venue down the street. I did that in Albany, bro. I made so much more money than the club was gonna pay me.
Yeah.
And they didn't believe in us. And I was like, yo, I'm from here. So we rented out the club down the street. We sold out a show. We added a late show, got that half full, and we did fucking great. And it's just like, oh yeah, you don't need like, okay, I'm sorry. I would have loved to play the Funny Bone in Albany, but at the same time, it's like playing the Fuse Box and selling it out is like with your people is like,
Yeah, that
why
independence.
not? Yeah, why
Yeah.
not do that?
like you're like some of your clips, they get more views than like some guy at like late night on Jimmy Kimmel or something, you know? He gets more eyes.
Well, yeah, I feel like nowadays, especially,
Yeah.
that's a sad thing. Like, but they also don't clip. I don't know if they clip out their shit the way, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they don't caption out all their videos and clip them out and put them on. Like they do some of them, but I don't know. I think other people do more. Like whenever I see these clips from late night or whatever go viral, it's some random person that liked it, clips it out. Like a Rogan
Like
fan.
third party.
Yes, it's never like from their own show.
Yeah.
It's just very, I don't know. I just don't feel like I think they make enough money to where it's like they're not trying to get better. They're just trying to stay on.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter. It's not going to pop you. I have friends that go on and they do stuff that are great. They're really fun. Like Ian Lara just did something. I forgot what show he did, but it was some late night shit. It was the second time and he's so fucking funny. But like his own clips get way more than that late night shit. It just adds a little like
Credit.
yeah, honestly, that's all it does. It gives
Yeah.
you a little like brush of the shoulder.
Yeah,
and that's
Mike
it.
Masilotti from Conan O'Brien or some shit,
Yeah.
you know, just
But then after a while, it's not as cool because like dry bar comedy is so watered down now.
Yeah.
Not even like it was anything when I did it, but it's like the first couple of years it's all right, and then like now if you say like when you were on late night, they're like when?
Yeah.
Like, people ask me, like back when or like recently?
if someone said Mike Masilotti with 50,000 TikTok followers, I'd be like, oh, you know, that's interesting. You
Well,
know?
if you see someone with, especially if you're starting to pull like real numbers, because that's still I think like it's also there's so many fake accounts. I see like so many people with fake shit, and you can tell. Like someone was showing me how to like kind of like look at the amount of likes on these things because comments are hit or miss, but on the likes is like very telling.
Yeah.
But I don't know why people would buy them because like to me the whole even point. I don't care if my numbers are 1,000 if those 1,000 people show up at my show. So it's like, why would they be? I don't care if they're fake, if they're not going to show up. So why have this number? I know to them it's like a status thing,
Yeah.
kind of probably, but it's like
It's fucking LA, bro. Everyone wants that blue check and the K's next to there. And that's why like I just think like getting TikTok followers and stuff is just like monopoly money. But if you get that YouTube, you know, it's like it's so much harder to subscribe. It's like you can't get bots on there. YouTube's really good at that. And you know, that number is like a real tell of you know how good you are at the internet and stuff, you know.
Yeah, Mike Falzone's YouTube channel is fire.
Yeah.
I used to play golf with him and shit all the time. I remember that, like, we started playing, I just like looked him up to see one of his stand-up videos, and I saw his channel. Then, you know, it's like funny. It's like accidentally seeing your buddy peeing and realizing he has a huge dick. It's like I saw Falzone. I was like, bro, I'm never gonna look at you the same way. Like, homie's got like 100 and something thousand on YouTube, and you're just like, okay. It's like, I think it's like 160 something or something like that. It's like wild.
Yeah.
But then you're just like, all right, bro, I had no idea you were that guy. You know what I mean? It's just like I look at you, dick, and it's not. It's like fun, but he was an OG YouTube guy.
Yeah. Oh, but I feel like you are too, man. Like, you know, the 100 sets, bro. Like, you were grinding.
Yeah, but I just put out shit and didn't. It was like I was trying to learn how to edit videos and post shit and do whatever, and I wasn't ever doing it like the right way. Practicing a lot.
Yeah.
And then recently, it's like, all right, let's. Last couple of years, I got sick and tired of doing shit unless it's going to be potentially big, or at least potentially something that I'm like really happy with. Like I'm like, it's not worth doing if it's not going to be like to the fullest. So even with stand up in the clips or whatever I'm doing, it's like I'll give myself 3 projects and I want to go really hard with those, and then fuck everything else, because it's just embarrassing being like that person that's just over and over putting out that shit like that doesn't work. Because honestly, I didn't get shit. I've been posting shit for years and never got some love.
You've been doing some 10-second check-in with Mike Masilotti. Yo, that shit was OG as hell, bro.
Yeah,
I love 10-second check-in.
That's so funny. People still bring those up to me. It was so stupid, because that was, I think, I would just want to be, again, just posting all the time, and the quickest thing to post is a 10-second check-in, and then the title tells you what it is, and then you would just check in with people. And yeah, man, especially on the road and shit, it's so fun. Those are really great. I've had people redo them. I should probably start doing them again.
Yeah, that was like a lot of fun. Like Callahan Welsh, A Moment in Time. He does that shit all the time. It's so cool. Like, I don't know. It's a nice documenting thing. It's really good. You should bring it back, bro. 10-second check-in at Third Wheel.
I will, bro. You should send me that one. I'll be the first one on the way.
Yeah. Hell yeah, I'll throw that up with you, dude. That's so crazy, man. And I want to talk about, you're not just a comic, bro. You're a fucking entrepreneur, business owner. How do you describe yourself?
I don't know. I guess I like to say entrepreneur because I feel like it. Like I mean, I played music for like 15 years, so like before I even did stand up. So it took me forever to feel like a comic over a musician, which was like the weirdest thing, because like you have this identity of like, I'm a music, like whatever, this is what I am. And after a while, I realized like, oh, I could be a multiple things. And that's why like entrepreneur, I feel like encompasses comedy and the music side, the business side. But I just like that shit. I like creating shit, seeing shit grow like on your own. I don't like joining people's stuff. It's like, it's not in a dick way. It's just like, I'll do it to learn. But even like the improv, we worked like the improv and like did all this shit. After a while, it was just like, I see how you guys run it. I feel like we could run it better. And instead of just talking shit, we just opened our own spot.
Yeah, I mean, Third Wheel venue, Santa Monica,
the Hollywood, man.
Dude, that's such a beautiful place, man. I was there when it opened up, and I have so many great memories in that building, bro.
Yeah, that's
some bad ones too, but yeah, a lot of great ones.
Yeah, no, that spot's my jam, bro. I fucking love that place. But then even this LED wall, bro, was legit an idea we had 3 years ago. And I kept telling Nolan, like, dude, the second we can just make like a custom backdrop, we can start fucking with some real shit. And then, I don't know, 3 years later, we start fucking with loans and the business is doing pretty good. And we're like, all right, let's fucking buy a wall, and have no idea what we're doing with it. And I still don't know what we're doing with it, but it's like, just, I don't know, like I like taking the chance and doing like something different, because you're not gonna like achieve anything like great unless you're helping someone great doing some shit, which I don't know that many people that will like, just pull me in. And it's like, yeah, you have to like think outside the box, think about what you would use. Like this studio came about because I just wanted a podcast studio to use. If there was a studio in LA for rent 3 years ago, I would have never started this shit. It was literally like, I just want to be somewhere and have someone do this shit. Like I wanted this, like to come into a room, have an engineer in the corner recording, be able to sit down, focus on my podcast, and not have to worry about like everything else. And there just wasn't that. So then we just literally, Nolan, luckily, fucking Culver, huge shout out. He saw the vision and 100%. We just started building it, and it started in a 48 square foot room. Like our knees were almost touching. We had Mike Bisping in there. We had Tim Dillon in there. We had Chameleonaire in there. So then it's like, okay, we're getting these huge people in the small room. Then we moved up to like the next level room, which I think you saw that one at Regis.
Was it the
upstairs 18th floor?
The skyscraper.
Yeah. So you saw the second room we had there.
Yeah, Wilshire.
Yeah, in Wilshire. And then we moved from there went to Santa Monica, and then made that a venue instead, then moved to that podcast studio here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're making it happen, bro. Like, it's just a small idea. Just you saw a problem or you saw a need and you wanted to fill that need. And look at you now, bro. You're making it happen. I've seen so many big names. Like, I dapped up Nick Cannon, smoked a joint with him. I'm like, what the fuck is going on at Third Wheel,
I love when I don't even know how famous some of the people here are, because someone will send me some shit and I'm like, who is this motherfucker? And I'll click on him and it's like 15 or 20 million followers. And he's like, oh shit, that's cool.
Yeah. Sometimes, man, like it just catches me by surprise, especially in Santa Monica. Like the number of people that I'm like, bro, what are you doing here? This is so crazy. It's like a pinch me moment. But it's it's good being in the space, the creative space, and it's just networking with people. Just building some bridges. 6 degrees of separation.
Yeah, I just like this shit, like being able to put out content on our own that's, I feel like, high enough quality.
Yeah.
And then having the fact that people don't realize how accessible these fools are. If you're not like the top 1%, everybody else doesn't ever get hit up to do shit.
Yeah.
And they would love to get hit up to do something. And they might be a little annoying and like whatever, you might have to zoom them in or do whatever. But like, man, you can get some really awesome conversations with people. And podcasting is just so cool, man. I love stand-up to the core, but I think like stand-up is so, like, you can riff sometimes on stage, and a lot of people just do crowd work or do whatever. But for the most part, your jokes, you practice your jokes, you go, you hone everything, you put out your set. It's refined, it's good, you're happy with it. You might fuck around a little bit, but on a podcast, like, I don't know what the fuck we're gonna say. Yeah, I mean, and that's like that's the best part. When you're funny, it's just spur of the moment. When you're interesting, everything is so raw, and I feel like there's nothing close to what podcasts are. And when people ask about, I need to get my podcast edited, it's like, what do you need to edit? Unless you need something like, I wasn't supposed to say that, you want to bleep or cut out. I get that, like but in general, it's just like, put it out.
Keep it raw.
Yeah. Who gives a fuck? Like,
honestly.
And more people love that shit. Like, I've listened to Bill Burr bumble through his phone looking for an email for 5 minutes before. And you're just like, whatever, bro, I'm here with you. I'm probably at work or doing some shit. And like, I don't know, just trying to give people entertainment as well as information. I feel like that's that key, bro. And that's what you're doing, dude. You're keeping this shit going, courtesy flush.
Yes, sir, man. Hell yeah. Like, I'm all about it, bro. I love meeting people. I love interviewing people. It's like my jam, bro. It's just because I always meet these cool people. I always have great conversations with them. And it's like, damn, I wish I recorded that. And I was able to like just share it with everyone and just come back to it anytime, Like,
yeah.
Sometimes people give me such great advice. I'm just like, fuck, should have recorded that.
Yeah, you're young as fuck, bro. I always forget that shit. Whenever we talk about you, I'm just like, yo, Arman's like, I'm like, oh, what are you, like 22?
I just turned 20.
You start 20?
Yeah.
Dog, that is wild, bro. I'm 36, bro.
Yeah.
That is hilarious. You're such a G, dude. I'm for real for what you're doing. I was just smoking. Dude, when I was 20, I was probating for a gang in New York. Legit, bro. And like some dude got murdered at a show I was playing. And I was like, I probably should not be doing this gang shit.
Yeah.
And that was me at 20. And then I moved to Seattle to kind of get away a couple years later because it was just following me around a little too much. And then I moved to LA. But yeah, like, so that's for you to be doing this shit at 20 years old, bro. Good on you.
I don't know. It feels like I'm not doing anything. I'm trying my best, man. I'm trying my best, trying to make it in LA, dude. But it's tough, dog. Like there are a lot of young people. Like you have great hair. You're ethnic. You're smart.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, bro. You're killing it. You're the future, bro. I'm out.
Yeah,
I'm phasing out.
MrBeast is almost a billionaire at 23. So come on.
God damn.
100 million subscribers. He's more famous than any fucking comic, any fucking actor.
It's funny. I only heard about him a couple of years ago.
Yeah, I mean, he's not like he doesn't have your demographic on check,
But that's why it's so funny because when he became like got on my radar, I was like, oh, he's like the number 2. I think it was PewDiePie was number 1 on YouTube when I was paying attention, and then he just fucking surpassed that shit super hard.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I mean, he's literally just a kid, bro, and his valuation's like almost $2 billion. Like, motherfuckers.
Good for him, man.
Business suits are like investing in him and shit,
That's what I love that shit, bro. I have no hate for people. I'm so happy when people like succeed. It's so like, it's just like, I don't know, man. You don't see a lot of those stories. It is that like, that just that dream come true thing. Like, I don't know why people get jealous sometimes or they hate on it. Like, it's not going to happen to me. Like, the more people that pop in your field gives you a better chance to pop.
Yeah.
Like, it brings more light to YouTube. It brings more light to like everything we're doing. Like, when stand up, like, one reason I'm glad I'm getting my clips like hitting is like I have my friends are on my page a lot, and then like they're linked to my shit a lot or whatever. Like, and then like I've noticed I've gotten bumps from my friend putting me on their YouTube channel or whatever. It's like being able to have that, and I love like, and MrBeast, like they like give back a lot. Like,
yeah, they're like good people, bro.
Yeah.
Like, philanthropists. Like,
Yeah.
that guy, like, even though he makes like 30-40 million dollars a month, he doesn't keep any of it. He just gives it away, you know?
I mean, after you make so much, it's just like, fuck, bro.
Yeah, like he even said it, like, I have a nice house, I have a nice car, game over. Like,
Well,
what?
because I think the problem is when you start competing.
Yeah.
It's that competition bullshit of just like, oh, I want to have more than this guy,
Yeah.
or this person, or like whatever. And it's just LA will get you fucked on that, man. Bro, when I was in fucking Coos Bay, Oregon, some dude pulled up at this gig. Oklahoma City, my bad. Oklahoma, but whatever, same thing. But like middle of nowhere though in Oklahoma City. Some guy pulled up in this gig. It was a brand new Corvette, and bro, it like shut down this. Like all these people were out front, like holy shit, whatever. And it's like, man, in LA, there's McLarens that drive by. I was literally like, this. It's so
Here, Hollywood,
it's
dude.
ridiculous, man. And it's so funny how like one block, you would be the biggest shit in any of these other cities, but you come to LA and they just look at you like, oh, that's it, that's all you got. So these people, instead of just being like, I don't care, they just get caught up in that shit and they just keep buying the newer. Like, it's fucking crazy how much they spend just to try to keep up with people or fit into this fake place. And that's one reason I love traveling, man, is like no one lives like this shit.
Yeah.
Like, this shit is wild, man. You know, the plastic surgery that women have out here is crazy,
Yeah.
bro. Like, being a plastic surgeon anywhere else in this country, you probably make no money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're probably doing dog bites and shit. You're like, some bitch get their face bit off. Like, it's not like I want my lips.
Yeah.
It's crazy, bro.
All the white chicks that come to third wheel, it's just the same copy paste
Dude.
OnlyFans girl every time.
100%.
I get like,
There's an OnlyFans billboard on the street. I think it's on La Brea going up that street. Dude, legit. I thought it was like a joke and it was gonna be some girl put out an OnlyFans billboard.
is it that Asian chick?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, bro. It's wild. Man. Like,
Yeah.
how much money
I've seen that.
do you have when you're just like, yo, let me promote? I gotta promote myself a little bit more. I'm gonna get a billboard. That's crazy, bro. We have a business and I can't afford a billboard. This
Yeah,
bitch is
yeah.
like, yo, look at my naked body. Check out my butthole.
Dude.
I'm gonna put up a billboard for that.
The numbers I hear in this fucking room where girls are like, I literally just made $300,000 on OnlyFans this month. You know, it's so tough. I'm like, what's tough,
Bro,
my
being
guy?
a dude, imagine trying to take that girl out.
Yeah.
It's like, what can I do to impress you at all? To be like, hey, I'm gonna go take you to a basketball game. I got us like, 30th row from in the middle section, not even on the bottom. And they're just like, yeah, I sit courtside because
Yeah.
I used to blow that guy. And you're just like, oh, okay. Like, they'll get you to meet the players.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She's like, oh, do you want to meet these guys? And you're just like, yeah, I do. You like go over there and it's like that. It's so weird how like that. It's, man, the one girl used to just show her feet.
Yeah. A lot of them. A girl from high school that I used to sit next to makes like 40 grand a month just selling feet pics. I'm just like, dude.
But good for them.
Yeah.
Because these guys are retarded to be giving them the money.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous to think, like, what is it? Like, you're never going to connect with these people at that point. But, like, a lot of these OnlyFans girls, they even have people responding for them. Like, they don't have time.
They don't have time
to
for all-
fucking respond.
Yeah.
But they'll pay some people to be like, yo, just act sexy. And it's probably some just bald, overweight guy just sitting there talking to these men.
Yeah.
Just men talking to men, acting like women.
Yeah, Ryan the Cable Viewer. Yeah, something like that. Dude.
100%, bro. Getting $12 an hour just to fucking act like they're this woman. It's just crazy, bro. But they're making real money. That shit spends.
Yeah, man.
But they don't save it. Most of them don't. I was hanging out with the stripper for a while, and when the fucking pandemic hit, that fucking chick moved right back in with her mom. And it's like, girl, you were you went to the Maldives,
Oh,
you were in the
man.
Bahamas, like you were on every extravagant vacation, and you didn't save any of that because in her head, you don't think there's gonna be a pandemic.
Yeah.
So in her head, she's like, oh, screw it, I'm gonna be this hot girl forever, and you have no other skill level other than being hot, and then you just lost 2 years of hotness during the pandemic.
Yeah.
So that's a hard one.
I think like the way to go about it, like I'm gonna go about it the same way when I get it. When I get money, bro, I'm just gonna live the exact same way. Maybe get some luxuries here and there, but just never going over the top.
I like looking broke. Not
Yeah.
broke, but I like just comfortable sweaters.
Yeah.
Like I'll have nice sneakers, but not like I don't ever go over the like. Yeah, I know what you mean. Like look, being fine, but yeah, like I love when you see somebody and they point them out like that. You see that guy like at the comedy store. The writer or the creator of that '70s show would always hang out at the Improv in the comedy store. Bro, you would never get like this dude looks like such a bum dude sometimes, and then it's like, dude, that guy's worth millions.
Yeah.
And you're just like, oh, that's so dope. Like that is so much cooler to me than pulling up in a really cool car and having like the dopest tight outfit and looking like fresh. It's cool to look that good, but at the same time, it's like you can instantly tell when people start dressing like, oh, you got a ton of money.
Yeah, the
But
incognito vibe is cool, bro.
so dope.
Yeah.
It's so fucking dope.
Undercover rich, man.
Bro, undercover rich is it, man. And that's that real rich shit.
Yeah. Like Bill Gates is not wearing Balenciaga and Gucci,
No,
bro.
look at fucking
Zuckerberg.
I just went to go see the Clippers before I got here.
Ballmer?
Bro, that motherfucker's in like a gross button-up shirt and slacks, and he's just like, yeah, bro, it's not. But at the same time, though, they realize like they're so rich. I don't know. I feel like half the time those people dress nice. I don't know if it's to get girls, just because you feel better dressed that nice. But I just like being comfortable, man. I tried to do those like dapper leather shoes for a minute that everyone was wearing. You know what I mean? Like those, what is that stupid cobbler shoes or whatever?
Shoes.
You know, like people would is cobbler a right word?
I don't know. Cobbler shoes.
Yeah,
I've
like
never heard
like
that.
a blacksmith, like a cobbler. Like
oh.
those people that would do those things. Like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
made this out of leather and a string. But that shit like kills your back and your feet. And like I'm good on those shoes. They look cool. I get it. But I like sneakers. Like that's the one thing I love about Seinfeld. He even wears a suit, but he rocks sneakers.
Oh yeah, that's like he was at the Improv a couple days ago, and like,
Really?
yeah, he was there for like 4 nights in a row or something.
Shit, I missed him.
Pretty insane. Yeah, but yeah, he just pulled up. He's a billionaire, I think. Pulled up in like blazer and jeans and some sneakers.
But that motherfucker's got
Chilling.
like 100 Porsches, probably more.
Yeah. Comedians and cars getting caught Netflix deals. Seinfeld. What's that thing called when you get money like after your show is done?
Syndication,
Not syndicate. Something with the R. Residuals.
residuals.
Yeah. Still making millions off residuals, bro. Once you get it, bro.
I don't know if they do that as much anymore.
Like-
I think the residuals, they like fucking like a lot of that shit back in the day money, they just change it. But it's always like you have to it's like people make too much money and then after a while they'll fix that system and then people have to figure the new thing out. Like
Yeah.
on Spotify, there was that band that told all their fans, hey, every night you go to bed, just play this album because it's quiet. The whole thing's quiet. And they made like thousands of dollars because every night they would just play this thing. And then now Spotify made it where like that, you know, you're not allowed to do that, blah, blah, blah. But they, you know, they have to admit they got paid out for it.
Yeah.
So you just want to be one of those fucking first people to do some of that crazy shit.
Yeah, man. Finding holes in the system, bro.
100%, dude. I love that shit.
Yeah.
It's like the new age bank robber. You know what I mean? That shit's fucking dope.
I mean, bro, when you get monetized on YouTube and your shorts start popping, imagine if you got 3.5 mil on YouTube, the shorts they pay 1,000 per million. So
That's nice. Yeah, see, my YouTube doesn't do shit though.
I mean, it's like I care about it more though. You know what I mean? Like even if it gets like 3K,
It's like your first child.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
the second and third might be really good kids, but the first one's not doing shit. But you just care about it more because it was the first kid. You know?
Yeah, I mean, it's just like I see your shit.
I know what you
all
mean
the
though,
time.
because YouTube I feel like has the most weight, and
Yeah.
then Instagram, and then TikTok.
Yeah.
I think TikTok is kind of whorish numbers. Like,
yeah, it's just way high.
Yeah, exactly. It just goes up, and then but yeah, YouTube's the hardest one to get. That's like mother's approval kind of shit.
Yeah, it's like everything there is like high quality. You don't have to shake your ass and like do a dumb dance and then get 1 million views.
I feel you're right. I feel like YouTube definitely skated past a lot of that. Like TikTok right now is just women that I hope are of age that are doing inappropriate
Yeah.
dances because this shit is crazy.
Yep,
bro.
yep.
I heard that like China's TikTok isn't as bad.
yeah.
They like don't show what they
It's
show
like
us.
mad educational and shit. Yeah, but that's what YouTube is for me. It's like when I scroll, I'm like learning shit. It's all good stuff. And then I open up TikTok. I'm like, why am I looking at Addison Rae shaking her ass right
Yeah,
now?
but you know what the problem is because I think half of it's our fault because I get mad at that too, but I'll watch it 4 times. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As I'm hitting replay, I'm like, why the fuck fuck are they fucking doing?
Favorite comment.
Well, that's the one thing I don't do is I don't like those girl stuff. Guys that do that, that's wild shit.
Yeah.
Because it's like, well, A, what do you think this girl's gonna notice that you like? I'm one of the 10,000 guys. Oh, this one dude's I want to suck his dick now because he liked my picture. Yeah. And then it's like, all you're gonna do is make yourself look thirsty because I'll see some hot girl's thing and it'll always tell. Yes, bro, on the bottom, it'll tell you what your friend liked it, and I'm just like, oh, you thirsty idiot! What are you hitting like for, bro? So I feel you. I'm like, that's so dangerous. Just like it with your eyes. You know what I'm saying?
Nolan Culver, what are you doing on Kim Kardashian's ass pics, bro?
For real. I think of that shit all the time whenever I see liked by and you see the person's name. It's like, oh, they ratted you out.
They
bro.
made the pictures bigger too. You can see their face now and shit too. It's funny.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny, man. But yeah, guys be getting in trouble with that shit, dude.
Yeah, bro. When Instagram had that, like, there was like a section on Instagram where you could see what other people liked. And that shit was so toxic. This was like 2017.
Oh, that's brutal. Because that was, oof. Especially imagine you just break up with someone.
Yeah, bro. No, people did. That shit was toxic as hell. Like, that's how like a lot of arguments started. Like, oh, why'd you like this girl's Instagram thing, you know?
That's dumb, wild, bro. And and kids are fucked, man.
Oh, dude, I know. Like,
kids are so fucked.
I feel like I just skated by. I just made the cutoff. I was born in 2002, and like I didn't get a computer till I was like 10, and then even then, like the internet wasn't that crazy.
It's so funny, bro. I was the group that like I got a cell phone when they came out. Like I got the first iPhone. Like I was in line. It was $455. I remember it. Like I was so excited to buy it. It didn't do shit. Yeah, it just made phone call. It was just like, holy fuck, bro, this is incredible. But like all that whole thing of like dial up, you had to see everything now is like, I mean, nowadays everyone's like, oh, back then was better. Fuck no, it's not. Like everything's so much better now. Just the fact that you like the information. Like I watch Knicks games on demand in high def on my phone. Yeah. Just because I like pay. It's like you can just do what the fuck ever. Like even porn is wild, bro. Yeah. That's the one thing I feel bad for kids. Is like
Google search,
bro.
And everything. You got everything on your
phone. Bro, I have trouble with that shit sometimes. Being like, dude, you're going on dates. Don't watch porn. You're gonna ruin anything you got with any girl because you're just gonna like be. And these kids are like 12 years old to 15, and that's what they're starting with.
Yeah, like, the gnarly stuff, bro.
I feel like even porn channels should be like you have to like answer yes or no questions about sex to like get to watch dirtier shit. Like, like all right, you're still at this level. Like, where's your
driver's license, bro? Like, you know,
where's the clit? And you gotta like find it in a picture. If you don't nail it, it's like, all right, we'll just give you these videos to start.
What's that thing where like you have to log in and you have to like drag the captcha or whatever?
Yes, bro. It's a captcha shit. Because for real, but you have to like build the vagina. Like
that's the vulva, that's the clit.
Exactly. The labias together. Exactly, bro. That's so funny. Dude.
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea because these poor kids that don't know it, it's like, all right, well, we'll give you some tits. Yeah. We'll give you some tits.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right. Because the kids will be stoked with tits. But the problem is, if you can go right to fucking cream pie, it's a gangbang cream pie. This kid's 14. It's like, yo, this poor girl in high school is trying to like go on a date with you, and all you're doing is thinking about gangbang cream pie. And this poor girl, it's like, what about these tits, bro?
Yeah. Just start off with normal tits, bro. Yeah, people get desensitized fucking quick.
Yeah.
Like, even now, I'm just seeing like, you know, my Instagram feed just with like young people and just like bikini pics and stuff. I'm like, damn, if this was like 2010, I'd be like, yo, I know. What?
Right.
And now it's just like,
I know, right? Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Every single girl that you want to see naked, just go to her Instagram and she's almost naked.
Yeah, it's like
you will find a picture of her.
Seeing you in your swimsuit and stuff, like nothing's left to my imagination. But man, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. Add some meta VR onto that shit, and we're fucked,
bro. I can't wait for VR though, because when I'm old and you're just sitting there all crippled out, I'm gonna be fucking dunking basketballs and people like living the life you wanted to live.
Doing a set at the Comedy Store in your living room.
No, bro, I think VR is going to take over, especially when you're just like you're done. It's like, all right, man, you feel like you're old. Like my dad's like in his 70s. He feels like he was a professional soccer player when he was like a kid, and then he had to like quit that to be in a fan, would do whatever. He's just like bummed all the time. And it's like, imagine if he could throw on these VR goggles and he's back playing soccer. You know what I'm saying? Like why not, bro? It's better than having your nagging wife come home and your daughter that's not really yours, but you raised her since she was a baby, so she's yours. My dad's been raising kids since he was like in his 20s. Like this motherfucker, bro. So it's just like you have this life that you can't get away from.
Dad a lottie.
Yeah, dude, for real. But then it's like, yeah, VR, man. I get the escape. I totally get the escape.
Yeah, man. I mean, just look at like we're not in the middle of the street in fucking Tokyo right now. We're here in Hollywood, man. You know, things get crazy, bro. Things get really crazy. The internet, man, it's like untapped right now, bro. Like kids are accidentally becoming millionaires.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Buying Dogecoin and shit.
People don't realize how still raw all this is. Because legit, man, it's like that. Like a random person can just become a millionaire. Like even like there was like some kid was teaching. Remember MySpace where you were at?
Yeah,
like,
Tom.
So there were little kids that were coding
HTML,
yes, to do like your backdrops and shit, and they were making so much money because they just figured it out and older people couldn't. And it was just like, so it's so funny how these different stages now, it just gives these kids an avenue just to like, if you're good at any of this shit, you can fucking bank, bro. And I don't know, man, I couldn't imagine having a kid that made like $1 million for you just out of nowhere. You're like, what are you doing in there? And your kid's just like coding for some random people, and then they just get paid out. I don't know, man. My kids would be dumb.
Yeah, the MrBeast mom, she's like, you know, they're from like this, like North Carolina. You know,
oh really?
No one really knows what's going on, and like he was making like $1 million like a month in like 2017, and his mom didn't even know what the hell he was doing. He's just gaming on YouTube and making $1 million, and she doesn't understand.
And her house just gets bigger.
Yeah.
And she just gets that's fucking wild.
Our parents don't understand this YouTube stuff, you know.
But my dad thinks it's all like bigger than it is, if that also makes sense.
Yeah.
Like when I got like a ton of views, he thinks it's like, oh, it's over. Like I mean, that guys, the war is over. Mikey's got it now. Like he's taking care of us. It's like, the fuck are you talking about, bro? I'm not even verified. I got nothing. Like I got a couple cool clips, but like it is funny. Like both my parents are so like, my dad's been like, when are you gonna make it? Like for so long, and my mom like really understands that it takes fucking 20 years to even I'm like 10 years into stand up, and it's just like, okay, I feel some momentum finally, you know. And it's not like when I hear people like 2 years in, someone less than a year was talking to me recently, and she was just like, oh my god. One of them, but
cut that.
But also just like, yeah, like a lot of these girls would like complain about not making money, and I don't like, for real, and like some idiot guys do too, but a couple girls literally asked me like what I'm doing. I'm like, I asked them how long they've been doing comedy. Both of them said under a year, and it's like, just worry about being funny.
Yeah,
like
I mean, for girls, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, but the reason I brought up the girls because they both said that they're hot. They literally brought up the fact that they were hot, and they said it was going to take them less time. Yeah, because
I was literally.
But they're right.
Yeah, 100% they're right, because Jaylene, she posted a clip that got 2 million views.
Are you serious?
Yeah, like it's on her IG. She got like 5K followers off of it. Dude, I'm even gonna play it right now.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Like it wasn't even like that funny, but it was just like I can see why people I forgot her app.
But you know what sucks too is I probably watched it a couple times. Even though I said I probably haven't, when you pulled it up, I'm like, nah, I saw that shit. Well, all I know is I do get it. A lot of these fucking girls will get more views on shit than, but like it's like it bothers me sometimes. But at the same time, like it like use what you got. Like, cause I can't hate on it. It's like, just be funny.
Click on it. I want you to see it. I'm gonna play this on the pod too.
I'm bilingual and I suck dick.
Whoa! Holy shit! Okay.
I speak Hebrew.
Oh.
I'm like, oh.
Yeah, that's it. 1.5 mil, 5K followers. That's it. It's GG. Nothing really.
Well, it's at Third Wheel, so shout out to Third Wheel.
Shout out Third
Wheel. I love that though. You know what? That's funny. That's my favorite fucking thing about Third Wheel, honestly, is seeing all the clips go up, seeing the video. When I'm scrolling through and I see the LED wall or that backdrop or like our old backdrop or the third, that shit makes me so fucking stoked, bro. Like I love building that shit because
stemmed off of you, man.
So it's honestly, it's everybody. I feel like everybody wants a thing, and it just takes a couple people starting to build it, and then everyone swarms at it. And if you just let the people help you with it, then like great stuff happens. A lot of people, when you start building something, they try to like keep it like, this is mine, get the fuck out of here. And it's like, nah, man, like this is. Like we can grow so much faster if everyone's helping out. And dude, there's people that go to Third Wheel way more than I do. There's people that this company means more to them than it means to me because of what it's done for them.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I mean? And like I love that shit.
Yeah, Third Wheel means a lot to me too, man. It's like a safe haven, bro, for LA comics.
I appreciate you, dog.
After Rachel Cuthbert, just ruined it.
Yeah, paying for stand-up.
$5 5 minutes,
That's the wildest shit I've ever heard. Oh, look at this fucking.
Yeah. Listen, man, I want to talk about you, like your origins, bro. Growing up, I see you touched on it a little bit, you know.
My origins.
Your origins.
I'm like X-Men.
The full story of Mike Masilotti, bro. I want to know where you came from, how you got here. You know, the gangs, business owner, comedy, musician.
From gangs to business.
Gangs to business, rags
dude.
to riches.
Yeah.
You're like the 8 Mile.
Yeah, nah. But no, my family's from, my mom is from Venezuela. My dad's from Italy, but he grew up in Venezuela. So
Yeah.
my parents are both basically grew up there. My brother and sister were born in Venezuela. I was born in Florida with my other sister, but I grew up in upstate New York, Albany, Colony area. But yeah, I don't know, man. Like it was just very, Albany it's not the best area. You know what I mean? It's just a very like blah. Like it's like a city, but not a city. It doesn't really have any like big sports teams. It has like the crime a city will have, but not like a lot of the like benefits that a city will have.
Yeah.
So like, but I don't know. I didn't like. I hated it. Now when I go back, I appreciate it a little bit more. But like I fucking hated where I grew up at the time. I like could not wait to get the fuck out. And I don't know, man. I just played music smoked weed a lot, played music all the time. And then moved to Seattle because I needed because the gang bullshit.
Yeah, man. Dude, I feel like you're skipping over some stuff. What's
I don't
going
know, I'm
on?
skipping over, dog. I don't
What's
know.
going? You like? Oh yeah, just killed 5 people.
No, I didn't kill nobody. No. So when I was growing up, so my brother was in a gang, like probate, or he was in a gang. Like he's 12 years older than me.
Yeah.
So when I got to be, I was like 19, 20. It was mostly like hardcore kids playing. You play music. A lot of the dudes were that security guards and shit. But so I just wanted to be in it because like. There was nothing really going on in Albany, and we just went to shows all the time. That was like my life, and all these dudes in the gang band, like the bands that would be like, oh, that guy's the bass player, that guy's in this gang, or whatever. But then they'd get all these dope gigs and they'd go on the road and do all this cool shit because they're connected all around the country. So it's just like, oh, fucking yeah. So like I wanted to do it for like the music aspect of like, oh, if we are playing in Albany, I can go to Boston, I can go to Florida, and just like all these cities, and we have a place to stay. You have a band you can play with. So I was all about that shit, but real shit that like happens. Like we played Asbury Park, New Jersey, and this was in the Rolling Stone, like the magazine.
Oh,
like,
whoa.
Yeah, like this band called Ramallah was headlining, Colin of Arabia was playing, my band was Bulldog Courage. Yeah, we were all playing a show, and there was a fist fight out front. Some guy got knocked out. He hit his head, never woke up.
Dang.
So like it was in the middle of the show. So like I was on stage playing bass when the cops all came in and they like rushed the stage because they thought that because the guy that got in the fight ran into the club after, and they were like, oh, he went inside. So they thought he was trying to hide on stage. So they stopped us playing, and they like looked at our hands to see if any of us had like, because I just remember this cop grabbing my hands and I was like putting flashlights on. I was like, what the fuck is happening? So they walk
Wolverine and
around.
shit.
Yeah, they close the show down and they start the show back up because there's like 100 like kids all like hanging out outside. Like, what the fuck are we gonna do? So then right after they start the show back up, like the big homicide unit shows up and they're like, "This is a crime scene. What the fuck are you guys doing?" So they shut the show back down again. But we couldn't. We were supposed to drive back to Albany. This is in New Jersey. We couldn't leave because all of our gear's inside, our amps, our guitars and shit. And it's a crime scene. They're doing all the stuff, so we had to wait for like hours out front. And we're just sitting there, and some lady, thank God, she like went down the street. She showed up with a bunch of cookies and snacks. And she's like, "I live down the road," and they brought us drinks, and we were all smoking weed and telling stories and shit. But I remember when I was walking away. So this guy, it's really funny. So there's like a president, vice president, all that shit. The vice president of the chapter I was trying to get into was this guy named Big Shane. He was my brother's best friend growing up. So I knew this guy since I was like 12 years old. And they were like the reasons I wanted to join this thing is I saw them. They were so just like, no one fucked with these guys. Yeah, I mean, it was one of those, like when they would walk by, everyone was like, oh shit, like do not like go that way. So he was the vice president. He was a singer of my band, Bulldog Courage. So like, or it was his band. I was playing bass for it. Yeah, I mean, it was one of those like I loved playing in the band, but he was such a scary guy. Like I loved him, but he was all tough love. Like, and this guy is like missing teeth from getting in bar fights. Like these are all like real dudes, like real. If you watch Gangland, there's an episode about them on Gangland.
Oh, no
the guys
way.
I worked with were on Gangland.
Jeez.
Like yeah, look up FSU. It's on like it's not like the gnarliest gangs, but like it was legit shit. And like there was just a lot of violence, and I'm not a violent guy, So like I'd make all those guys laugh. I was always like the comic relief, and like my brother, I was like the little brother to like the gang, so they liked me a lot. But like I tried to get in. You have to probate for 6 months.
Michael Corleone.
Yeah, but I loved it, man, because like it did feel like a family, as dumb as that sounds. We have like cookouts and shit. Like maybe my friends don't do cookouts right now. Yeah, I mean, we would do cookouts, we'd go to shows together. It was just like every time you would show up, it just felt fucking dope. But
This guy, Big Shane, I'm imagining Vin Diesel for some reason.
oh, bro, no, this guy's like 350, 400 pounds. Like, legit could not put a seatbelt on in the car. Like, humongous guy. And this guy's a fighter. This guy's a beast. So, it's half his face tattooed and shit. Like, these guys are like monster, dude. But, like, so super lovable guys. It's so funny to see how they treat each other. And, like, but I was trying to get in this fucking gang so bad. And they like you're probating under somebody, and everyone has fun ass names, bro. That was like the best part about all that shit. I just wanted a cool name. You know what I mean? Like there's Johnny Knuckles, there's Joey Hardcore, Kevy Metal, like Big Shane, Big Bruce, because they're, you know, fuck whatever. Like my brother was Jinx. It was just so many fucking fun names.
What
bro.
was your name?
You know what's funny is they just called me like Mikey,
Mikey.
and it's just like
I feel like that's so much more baller. That's like the Godfather, Michael
no, because
Corleone.
what's his face? Big Shane. Shane would always fuck with me. He tried to call me Doofus for a while.
Doofus.
And I was just like, and it didn't stick. Thank fucking God. Because everyone was like, why you call Mikey Doofus? It's Mikey. He's like, I was the youngest one. I was 20. And all these guys are in their like mid 30s and 40s. Like I was the youngest guy. But I was trying to get in so fucking bad, man. And like every month that went by, they had to vote you in. It had to be unanimous to get in. And
Damn.
I remember every month that went by, I wouldn't get voted in. And after 6 months, they start. So 6 months, I didn't get voted in. 7th month, I didn't get voted in. 8th month, I didn't get voted in. I was like, what the fuck, man? And finally, the 9th month, when I didn't get voted in, I asked Hottie, who was like the guy I was probating under. I was like, yo, Hottie, who the fuck is not voting me in? Because every day you guys act like you guys love me. I'm doing everything fucking right. Like, it would have to be like, yo, the Big Bruce is drunk in Chicopee, Mass. You got to go pick him up. It's an hour and a half drive. I got to go get in my car. It's 1 a.m, drive to Chicopee, Mass, pick this guy up, bring him home. And then and I did once, and my car ran out of gas, and I got my ass beat because of it. Bro, crazy. Cops showed up. It was wild, bro. When you have, but it's like you're just a bitch. You're a probate. You do whatever the fuck they tell you to do. But they liked me, so I got like away with some shit. But then I found out 9 months in, like who the fuck wasn't voting me in, and it was Big Shane.
Oh,
was the only, and he was the singer of my band, my brother's best friend, and like I was like, bro, I grew up with this fucking guy. Are you fucking kidding me? So I was so pissed off, bro, like so fucking mad. So I just quit. I was like, I'm not doing this anymore. I quit the band I was in because he was the singer of the band. I quit just going. They were super cool about it. Everyone felt bad. They were like, bro, I'm so sorry. I was like, dude, I'm good. This is such bullshit. And it sounded like, and then like I moved to Seattle like a year or two later because I just wanted to get away from all that shit. And then I heard Shane was going to move to Seattle. So my brother lived out there.
Oh,
Dude, I was so mad. And I remember just being just like, get the fuck out of my life, bro. Like you are just following me around. I can't get rid of this fucking guy, man. And then he died.
Damn.
It was so weird, bro, because that guy was like, the guy, I couldn't stand him he was like an idol, and then I can't stand you. And then I found he had a heart attack and died and never went to Seattle, never did whatever. And then looking back, that motherfucker completely saved my life. Like he saw me, he knew who I was. He saw me since I was a kid, and he's just like, "Oh, this isn't for you, like at all. Like this is not Mike. Like he was a beast. My brother was a beast. Like I wasn't that guy, and he was the only one that like had my back for real. Like everybody used to. I heard they were telling me like everyone was arguing with him at the meetings. Like why won't you? Like are you kidding me? Like and he's just like, "No, he's not ready." And he kept saying, "I'm not ready." And I found out he was just never gonna let me in, like ever gonna let me in. And he was a vice president, so he had the weight to say it. Like nobody was gonna fuck with Shane. And like looking back now, it's just like motherfucker, bro. If I stayed, because you can't just get out easily. It's not like, you know, it's not like crazy. Like they're not gonna murder you, but it's not like, hey guys, I'm done. You know what I mean? Like if you retire, you're an old guy. Like if you it's like you put your time in. You don't just get in and get out. So it would have just fucked me. And looking at him, man, that dude like legit saved my life. And it took me a while to like realize that. But then it's just like it bummed me out that I never got to thank him because I didn't realize it until he died. But it was like that's one big reason I'm just trying so hard to not fuck up and do good shit is because I had a few like get out of jail free cards with like growing up, my friends getting in trouble and always getting arrested, but not me. You know what I mean? It was always like that. Like I'd always just get like, I wasn't on probation. I never got arrested for anything gnarly. I never got like, I just skated through all that. And then I feel like the gang shit was like me just being stupid. And this guy saw it and just bailed me out. And then when I moved to Seattle, I completely changed like everything. So like no one knows who you are when you move here. So everything you say and do is going to be who you are. So just be real, be yourself, and then start there. And then from Seattle, like that's 11, 12 years ago. And now I feel like my life is completely 180 better and everything. And a lot of it I owe to that guy because I would never have left Albany. Like that was one big reason I left is because I felt so distant from all those people that I felt so close to. So there you go. That's a little bit of something.
Yeah, that's some good stuff. So this is all thanks to Big Shane. Big Shane
yeah, man.
himself.
R.I.P. bro. He was fucking beast. Look at Bulldog Courage. It was a really great band.
Bulldog Courage.
And he used to sing for Only Revenge too.
Only Revenge. Look at you, man. Making it happen. Dude, like when I first met you, I always thought like you kind of look like Adam Levine a little bit, like just from like this one specific music video, Animals.
Okay.
Like he had the gauges, he had the beard, the glasses.
All right.
Yeah, I was like, damn, this is Mike Masilotti, bro. I'm hanging out with Adam Levine and shit, bro.
No, that dude's famous as fuck.
Yeah, he's in some deep shit right now, but
Oh yeah, I heard.
yeah. Yeah, man, dude. So in Seattle, is that where you started doing stand up?
Yeah, I started. I moved. I tried to play music out there, and then my band broke up, and then I just started doing stand up. Oh, all right, I see it. I wear my hood up a lot.
Yeah, got the glasses, the beard, the look, tats. Okay. Yeah.
All right, I'll take it.
Yeah.
I mean, different criminal background. I'm not doing everything this dude's doing.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah.
So Seattle, man, just stand up, just making it happen. Is that where you met Nolan?
Yeah, me and Nolan started doing stand up like the same year. Like I met him a couple months in of me doing stand up.
Oh wow.
So he was like an OG homie. It was funny when Nolan moved here. He moved here a year before I did. I got to be a manager at the Comedy Underground in Seattle, and usually the fun part about being a manager is picking your assistant manager. And I wanted Nolan to be my assistant manager, and I asked him to be, and he was just like, "Nah, I'm moving to LA to do all this creative shit." And he was trying to be in a movie. He was on TV, so he was doing some cool shit. He was like acting and doing whatever. And then I moved here a year later, and I remember I wanted to work with Nolan a lot, and I kind of like went to pull him into my project. Just I always thought Nolan was one of the funniest motherfuckers. So then, but it took a while because everyone's skeptical to work with people because there's so many flakes. You know, who's going to work hard.
100%.
Yeah, but I met Nolan back in fucking 2011, something like that. 2012, no, 2011. But yeah, there's a lot of great, like Hans Kim. I started with him, Bo Johnson. There's some like really good comics that I feel like in 5 to 10 years, like a big bubble of like famous comics. Yeah, man. But Seattle put out some great comics. Nick Thune, Fahim Anwar,
Mike Malone.
Is he from Seattle?
I know he's there a lot.
Bro, he sells out in Seattle, bro.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. When I used to work the under, like nobody would ever sell out shows. And it was like Kevin McCaffrey came through and sold out shit. Michael Malone every single time sold it out. That motherfucker is so talented.
Yeah, bro.
Jesus Christ.
He's such a cool dude.
Yeah. I mean,
His special he put out at Third Wheel is so dope.
Dude, I saw him film it live, and I could not believe how good it was. Like, it gave me, it's fucking dumb as it sounds, it gave me like hope in comedy again of like, because you see people like when Shane Gillis does it, you're like, thank you guys for like doing the shit. But Michael Malone, like, it had like heart. And then right before, literally, I was about to be like, all right, motherfucker. Like right before I was like, this is too much. He like pulled it out. It was like flying a plane perfectly where like it's like he knows what he's doing. Just trust him. It's like, he's not going to go too sappy for too long. And he's going to hit you with a machine gun of jokes after he goes. And he like, it's like you learn about him. Like after his special, bro, I was like, oh, this is what a special is. It's like a piece that he puts together. And you learn. It's like after the shit, man, like it was great, bro. That guy's, and he directs shit for people and stuff. That motherfucker's so good, dude.
Super talented, man. Yeah, like that day, like he's been at the studio a couple times. Every time he records a pod, it's so dope. Yeah. It's like spliced in with stand up and shit.
Yeah, he's great,
such
man.
A creative man.
Yeah, super good vision, dude. Not a lot of people like him, I'll tell you that.
Yeah. So, what does your future entail, man? What are you going to be up to in the next 5 years? Where do you think Third Wheel is going to be in the next 5 years?
The next 5 years, I'm going to have hair down past my shoulders.
LeBron.
Buying hair, dude. So if you guys have any, send me some.
Yes, sir.
I'm trying to buy that shit. I do get a lot of ads about hair now. I feel like I feel like before I'm dead, I will have hair again. I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
I'm excited. You guys will see me with hair at some point. No, I don't know. Business wise, we're building a second podcast studio in like Santa Monica area by the end of the year, January-ish. I'm actually moving to New York this week, so we're gonna be building shit out there. We're gonna start with
nice.
we're gonna start with a venue because one of my buddies wants to help with that, and then if everything goes well in the summer, we'll have a podcast studio there too.
Third Wheel, New York, venue
sir.
and studio. Dude.
Yes, sir. Because they're
Coast
paying
to
to do
coast.
comedy out there too.
Yeah.
And it's just like, what are y'all doing, bro? And
Dude, that's
I
gonna be
can't stand
crazy.
that shit. So it's just like instantly like, okay, there's a market here. If comics are paying to do comedy, I can do a free comedy spot for comics. They will show up.
Yeah.
And then just give them food and drinks and film their sets and give them value that way. And you'll make money. It's like there's money there that you don't have to just take from comics. That's the thing is like, I'll take comics money, but I want to give you some shit. I don't want to just take your money and be like, all right, just go tell jokes because you're never going to develop as a comic. I feel like a lot of those places don't think about comics development at all. They just think about their dollar. Like, I got to pay my rent. It's like, I agree you have to pay your rent. Like, we got to pay our rent here. And it's like, but give people something of value. Like, that's one reason we try to get this LED wall and all this shit is like, I just want to keep putting money into this so when people leave, they feel good about spending their money here rather than when you do an open mic and then you just give someone $5 when it's like, if there's only 10 people doing it, like, find those 10 people outside and be like, let's all go to my house, tell jokes in my living room and use that money on weed and pizza.
Nice.
Like, why spend it? Yeah, it's just weird. They don't pull an audience. It's just, I don't know. I hate that shit, bro. I think that shit's like, it's evil charging people to perform, bro.
Yeah, 100%, bro. Yeah, that trend, you kind of killed it. Like you killed that trend of like fourth wall and Bert's back room and all that.
Well, that's why we're trying. Honestly, bro, I love that. If that's real, then I fucking love it. But
Yeah.
well, that's why another reason we're trying to build them on the west side and in the valley and other events too. Like, I just want these venues up everywhere in the areas that people are paying to do comedy and show them like you don't have to pay to do stand up. And not only that, go to Third Wheel on a Friday or Saturday night for Midnight Madness, packed with audience, dude.
Packed.
Like, if you want, like, that's the like I'm not saying I would mind paying, but it would be easier for me to not mind paying if I had audience members.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean?
bro.
But if you're just telling me I'm going to be performing in front of comics and then you want my $5, that's fucking crazy, bro. So but I don't know. I love it, dude. I just like, I'm just honestly so happy people dig Third Wheel and what the fuck we're doing. Cause I don't know, man. I think this is going to be, my goal is for this shit to be bigger than like me by far. Like, I want to be dead and have this shit be beyond me.
Dude.
And like, honestly, I'm not just saying it. Like, I want you to be running one of these and then have fucking Sebastian running one of these and having Aaron and all of our guys being like, hey, you guys are so dope. Like, buy in on this location and then you can make a living, like helping out, managing, coordinating. Cause you guys already did all like it. That's the vision I have is like, I want everyone to get big off of this shit and then just keep creating it. Cause the more like we all make it, we're just going to keep adding to this thing,
Yeah, 100%. Even like Nolan put in like he like zoomed it out for me in such a good way. Like at one point I was like working like 4 or 5 days at the Santa Monica. And he's like, dude, you've been running like a $20,000 studio by yourself with like A+ level clients. I'm like, oh yeah, I have. I've produced hundreds of podcasts, high quality shit. I was like, yeah, wow, I did that. It
man.
happened.
Yeah, because time goes by a lot quicker. Like, it's like I think reflection is so fucking important. That's why New Year's and birthdays are so awesome. It's not about the day. It's about just stopping and then checking out that last year.
Yeah.
Like, my birthday's right by New Year's, so I only have like 2 months out, but still, like, it is like a big, like, just take a second, think about where you are at, think about where you want to be, and then think about, are you on that path? Because like, you can really easily correct some shit that'll save you years on your life. Like, I'm just so honest with people now with projects and shit. Like, I get asked all the time to do stuff and I would fucking love to, but no is so powerful now because it's like, I just don't have time. Like for real, like, I'm not like time as in like whatever, but like, I'm just busy with like business shit, comedy shit, whatever, random shit. I want to have my own downtime. But like, even this, I wanted to make sure I did this because I love your hustle. I think you're killing it and shit. And I respect you a ton, honestly. But it's just hard because I want to like do this kind of stuff. But I think more people start seeing this grind And a lot of people like get away, like they don't know what they want because they think that they want to be a podcaster or an influencer or whatever. They don't realize how much work these fools are doing. Even like vloggers and shit, the amount of work they're doing is so much. Like you wouldn't want to do that. So I'm just listening to myself more like, bro, I would want to do 90 things, quote unquote. But like, what do you like you only have time for 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so and you want to do them really well. So what are your 3? And mine's like stand up, podcasting, and music are my 3. And then you have to put them in order. And it's just like, all right, dude, one has to take priority. And I'm like, stand up. Because then if you can pop one thing, it can pull the other ones up. But a lot of people, like, I don't know. I don't know if they know what they want or they are fake. Like it's hard to change your mind, especially when you started something. Because like I don't care. I just did a podcast. I'm probably starting a new one with a friend that's like super into it. Me and Aaron, I think, are gonna work on some shit. We'll have you on or doing the thing. Yeah, but
engineering, running it. Yeah.
But again, like I see how excited he is on this thing, and I had an idea. We kind of came together, and one of my friends was like, "Well, so you're gonna start a new thing. What if it doesn't work out?" I'm like, "Well, then it doesn't work out, but I at least got to do. I'm still moving forward."
Yeah,
like,
because you've done this a lot, and like I respect that. You know, best champions coming up, Millhouse, Knicks at night. You know, all the crazy shit. Like you're making it happen. You know, you're dipping your toes in different things, and you're just experimenting. That's so cool as like a creator. You know,
but at some point you do got to stick. I am all about that. Like, figure it out, try different things. Don't be afraid to fail, because failing to me isn't trying something and it not working. Failing to me is not trying the thing.
Yeah.
So like I failed if I didn't try the thing. If I tried and it didn't, like coming up Millhouse was fun. And again, I was like, bro, I had some amazing phone calls with Nolan. We had such fun fucking time. So like, it's not like a failure, even a lot of my old pods, but at some point it's like, that's why with stand up, it's like fucking stick with it, man. Like I was in like 7 or 8 bands in my whole life. I was only, none of them broke 3 years. So it's like, imagine if I was in one band. I'm doing stand up for like this May's 10 years. I couldn't imagine if I was in one band for 10 years where we could have been.
Yeah, 100%.
So it's like at some point, it's like try everything, but then you got to fucking hone.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm kind of realizing right now is I guess stand up accidentally became my thing I'm trying to hone. And yeah, I mean, I want to do podcasting and all that shit, especially because we have the studio and that's the reason we started.
Yeah, you know, it's our passion.
Shit,
you know, all of us are really passionate about this shit. You know, like Aaron, super passionate about podcasting and music. That's why I'm sure you guys connected.
Yeah. He's a cool dude.
Really cool dude. And then, you know, all of us, we care about this stuff. You know, I love content creation. I love stand up. I love podcasting. That's why I thought, like, dude, Third Wheel, I gotta be here. I remember I was like, dude, I need an intern at Third Wheel.
Yeah, you were. Well, that's so funny. You were a legit intern for a while. I remember when we made, like, I wanted to make you an engineer, and you were like fighting it for a second.
No, and I was like, no, I need because I don't like just jumping into shit. I was like, Mike, I want to like shadow you for like a month. I want to get it right, you know?
Nah, you were good though. I appreciate it, but you killed it, man. You're like one of our fucking best. Like when it sounds dumb, me and Nolan talk about it. When you're in studio or whenever like you're taking care of something, I have that like, all right, like Arman's, it's good. And that's for you to be 20 years old, bro, and have people that rely on you, and I know that I can count on you. That's fucking huge. And that's the thing I want to like relay to everyone, even friends or people I work with, like being accountable or being able to like be there when people think you're gonna, like, that shit is so important. And I don't know, man, like being a flake, especially in LA, there's a ton of them, or like when your word stops meaning something, it sucks.
It's like a currency, bro.
Yeah,
there's
bro.
Weight.
Yeah, and I know out here a lot of people just say yes to everything because they don't want to say no because it's negative or whatever. But I'd rather have you say no than say yes, and then me find out later it's no. So it's like, oh, that sucks. Like I'm trying to get certain guests on my pod, and they say yes when I see them, and then you try to track them down, and you're just like, bro, not in a dick way, but tell me no.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean?
That's like this is weird. I'm sure it's gonna become an issue later on. But if you look at through my podcast channel or my playlist, you're going to realize 99% it's guys, right? I've been trying to have women comics and women representation, and face to face, they're like, oh yeah, I'll be on the podcast.
Women are flaky.
I'll send him a DM. I'll be like,
Flaky
hey,
women.
are you good for next week on Friday? She's like, yeah, sure. Check with me like this. And I hit her up one more time. Scene. Hit her up one more time. No response. I'm like, all right, done. It's over.
Hey, can I tell you another flaky thing? I just did the Gateway show with Billy.
Yeah.
Right. And Billy goes, usually there's 4 comics. Billy's the host, and 3 comics go up and do, you know, a sober set. You go get as high as you can. You do a set high. Such a fucking fun show. Love doing it. Such a fun time. I get to Arizona 2 days ago, and Billy goes, hey, man, just so you know, it's you, this girl, and me. That's the show. There's only going to be 2 comics and me. Usually there's a 3rd comic. I was like, all right. not ideal, but sure, whatever. Guess who doesn't show up? No call, no show. The girl, I forgot, I didn't even know her name. The girl comic. And bro, when I used to run the underground and shit, like, I've never had more no call, no shows or just skipping shows than female fucking comics. And it's because y'all know you guys can get booked all the time.
Yeah.
And I don't care. It's such a funny thing where it's like, just respect, just tell me no.
Yeah,
don't
honestly.
tell me yes. And that's the worst part is they stay getting booked. I see these girls that have ditched my shows. I see these girls and they stay getting booked.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh, because it's wild. And it's like, I could never, bro, if I no call, no showed a show, bro, like this is a real show. People pay tickets. This isn't like, oh, an open mic. This is a fucking show. Like, I flew in from LA for this fucking show. Like, and it's fucking so disrespectful, bro. And it happens all the time.
Yes.
It's so funny.
I've asked about 12 women to be on my pod. One showed up.
Yeah, there you go.
That's crazy. Look at that. And then
I'm just a hateful guy.
I mean, I'm not to be like Andrew Tate or anything, but I'm just saying, like, hey, I asked
Not to be the god Andrew Tate.
I ask, this comic, he shows up. I ask that person, they show up. I ask this verified musician, shows up. I
know, right? It's wild, bro.
I ask a girl with 1,000 Instagram followers who I think is cool. Ghosted. What the fuck, bro?
And you know what's funny? In 2 years, she's gonna have 10,000 followers on Instagram. That's the other thing too. Is those? I think a guy, any regular guy or regular person, not a hot girl, just regular person. Even girls are just regular. That has fucking 5,000 followers. That is equivalent to a hot girl with 100,000.
Yeah.
It's just such a. It doesn't, you know what I mean? Like, if you're a hot girl and you only have 10,000, I'm like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Like, you're like, what is, like, you, how long does you have your page? And this girl's like, I don't know, a couple months. Like, exactly. Like, I saw a comic start stand up and it's just different. I get it too. Cause when a video pops for me and a bunch of girls pop up on my page and say they follow me, guess who I'm not following back? All the guys. So I get it, but I get girls do that for guys too. But girls are ruthless. They'll slide into your DMs just as hard as guys do. Like, that's such a funny thing where it's like, that's a both sides thing. It's not just girls. Like, guys are always in my DMs. It's like it goes both ways.
Yeah,
Super
100%.
fucking hard. But I'm not bashing girls. Girls can be funny sometimes. But
No,
I'm just
they're
saying
100%. They're
when
great.
they show up.
But like there's like what you said about like the weight and like 5,000 for a regular girl. So like if I DM a girl that has 5K regular person, I'm probably not gonna get a response. I've DM'd King Batch 20 million IG. I've gotten responded in like a couple hours.
funny.
I'm like, bro, this guy is like,
But he probably gets less. You know what's so funny? He probably gets less DMs than these random hot girls.
damn, that's insane.
You know what I'm
bro.
saying?
Yeah.
Think for real. I bet if you open any girl's Instagram, it's just lost.
Yeah, the requests.
Yeah, bro. And I'll be honest, the only time I kind of felt for them is when I had my stupid video pop recently, and I got like 1,000 followers in like a day or two or something. Like, it was like 1,000 a day for a minute, and I couldn't keep up with even my friends that were following me, like different comics. It's like I missed them. And they were sending me messages and I couldn't find. So like, you get lost in the mix, and I'm nobody, some dude. So imagine some girl just getting, that's all she sees every day. That's why, like, on those dating sites, if a girl matches you, keep messaging her, because you'll just keep throwing yourself on the top of that list.
Yeah.
Because some girl wrote me once, she goes, sorry, I haven't been able to hit you back, but that's very smart of you to keep. And I wasn't doing it for that reason, but she noticed. She's like, you keep putting yourself back at the top of my message list, because like they just get bombarded, bro. Bombarded. It's like, I get it. I get the frustration. I just wish that, fucking goddamn. I felt like a hot girl for 2 seconds with those videos, and I was already like, guys, enough.
Yeah.
Stop. Leave me alone,
Dude, you get a clip popping off. You're fucking Kim Kardashian, bro.
Yeah, dude, for like a day, for 2 days. And it's funny how quick it fizzles, though. It's got to be that constant.
Yeah.
That's what I tell people. You just got to ring that bell. It's like, keep ringing the bell. And after like 10 or 20 bell rings, it kind of shows people like, oh, you're not just a flash in the pan.
Yeah.
Like, even Ari Shaffir, he had like the amazing racist thing from back in the day, that fucking web thing. He had a bunch of these viral like jokes with Joe Rogan, like these other things. And then after a little while, it's like, oh, you keep hearing their name. 5 years later, his name pops up again. And then is it Chris DiStefano or whatever? Like, I've been hearing his name for years. And then the last couple of years, it's like, oh, he's popping. It's not a coincidence that the guy who you've been hearing the rumblings about. So I'm just trying to be in those rumblings, bro.
Yeah, when it enters the mainstream, and like when, like what I said earlier, when it leaves the comic bubble, like you're huge in the comic bubble. You're like, oh, that's the, like, I've been at the store and stuff, and people follow me. You're like, oh, you know Mike Masilotti? I'm like, yeah, I work for his studio. It's like, oh yeah, he's the guy that runs Third Wheel. So that's like the comedy bubble.
Yeah.
But then, like, when people just, like, you know, the random shit, I'm like, damn, how do you know Mike Masilotti? Like that video where you have like 4 million views or whatever.
Yeah.
I check the likes and I'm just like, bro, half of these people are my friends and random motherfuckers. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Fun. Yeah,
like outside of that bubble.
Yeah.
And it's insane. Those rumblings really count, bro. Like I've known Fahim Anwar for so long since the rumblings, and now he's going mainstream.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's so funny to see him when it's like, bro, I've been following you for so long, and I knew. It's funny when you know it.
Yeah.
When you see, like, I remember, like, even like bands, when you see a band like their first album, and you're like, you guys are gonna be it.
They have the it factor, bro.
And then Fahim had that. Like, I'm like, bro, I'm even shocked to this day he's not bigger now. Like that fool is like. It's like, what, did he kill a baby? Like, why is he not a household name? That motherfucker is. Whatever, he's beyond talented, but
it's just niches, you know. He's got a really specific niche now, and like it's crazy, bro.
I get all the Spanish people are digging me.
Yeah.
I'm loving that, the Spanish love. That's fucking dope.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy, bro. You nailed it, man. You nailed it with that dry bar, because like it would have just sat on the dry bar channel and just, you know, just.
I'm glad. That's honestly from a bunch of you fools, like you, Nolan, and different people just telling me, like, clip up your video. And I see other comics that are doing it, and like it changes it, like, because you feel like I can definitely headline shitty shows. Like I'm not gonna I'm not gonna be like but still, like, I'm getting to that level of like, but then you get people there to see you, and it's like, oh, I could definitely do this. So it's like, how do I get people there to see me? And I start seeing these people go from features to headliners just based off these clips. Their comedy is exactly the same, but now there's people there to see them.
Exposure.
And it just pops you over to a headliner. And it's like, that's what I've just been trying to do. Because I feel like until you're a headliner, it's like you're not in the majors. You're like in AAA or G League basketball.
Yeah.
And then now that you're headlining, it's like, okay, now there's Dave Chappelle, Bill Burr, Patrice O'Neal kind of shit, and then square one, fucking where
Open
you
micer?
open, like, no, like not even open micer, like new headliner.
Oh,
like you're a rookie, like what,
Rookie, okay,
whatever.
okay.
Like, and then now I feel like that's when it's real. When your name is on the bill, when people are there to see you, apparently, but like you're closing out the shows, like now you're competing with them essentially, and it's like, oh, okay, now I feel like that's when it really starts. And I'm like, I feel like I'm in the G League and I'm so ready to get called up, and I can't fucking wait.
You're just waiting for someone to get injured, and you just shine.
Yeah, man. I got a couple headlining gigs later next year. So it's like in July and August. So until then, but that's pretty dope. So I'll be ready by then, especially. But that just gets in your head like, all right,
yeah,
I want to stay at that level though, because like you dip in and then you go back to feature head. Like it's like, when can I just stay as a fucking headliner?
Yeah.
Just as the pay alone is fucking double, bro. It's like when you go from breaking even to like, oh, I can
Profitable.
come home and make good money. Like this is wild.
Yeah.
So that's like, you know, that's been a huge goal, but I don't want to rush it either. Because I see a lot of people that push themselves as a headliner too quick, and it's like, I'd rather wait a year and get there because I'm funny, not because, you know, I'm just pushing. Because it's like nothing's more embarrassing than when you just see someone on stage
too
that's
soon.
Yeah, and everyone in the room knows it too, and you're just like, oh my god, this person's still talking. They have another 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's just like, yikes.
I mean, I wonder who you have to wait for to get injured or canceled. You know, because I noticed from my eyes, I was like, when Aziz Ansari got canceled, Kumail Nanjiani just filled in that spot. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And that happens to like a lot of people. I feel like, I think when Louis C.K. got canceled, like, I mean, he's still there.
Shane Gillis popped up.
Yeah. Like there's always like a little switcheroo that happens.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's a lot of people just also retiring.
Yeah.
There's a ton of headliners when I go on the road with them, and I'm like featuring for them, and I could tell half of them still really want to do it, and half of them are just like collecting a paycheck. And you're like, oh yeah, you're gonna retire in a couple of years, and then that spot's gonna open up, and then I'm just, you know what I mean, but it's also, you just gotta keep booking yourself, because no one's calling me. I'm at that level where people are hitting me up. It's like, no matter what, I'm gonna be I book all my shit. So that's like, it's always a hustle. Even I know headliners I respect that still tell me, they're like, yeah, I mean, I'll hit a club up, and they'll always say yes, but it's up to me to hit them up and then coordinate the dates and do whatever. They're not just going to reach out and hit them up. So it's always just working hard and just making enough money to where hopefully you can just pay for someone to help. That's like the worst thing, is just being like, man, I feel like half the time I just need a day off and I don't get one. Like, and you just like, cause like my days off, I'm still answering phone calls, I'm answering emails, and then I'm helping out the venue or helping out the studio. And then I'm trying to be a comic as well as trying to fucking still try to be a musician.
Yeah, but like that's the thing. You're staying busy though. Like half these comics, they just have their dick in their hand and they're like, dude, why am I not famous yet, bro?
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I mean, I feel like that's that self-sabotage shit.
Yeah.
But I feel like I did that a lot too. I started stand up at 27. I have no time to waste. I feel like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
'Cause I'm 36. It's like fucking dog. You're 20. Like Willie started at 17 and he's 27 right now and he's killing it. It's like, bro, you're the age I was when I started and you're at almost my, like we're at the same level. And it's like, fucking crazy.
That's the thing. It's like it's all exponential. Like everything, it just once you get like once that rhythm gets going, like you said, the momentum, like it's you just have to keep getting the dubs and keep ringing that bell so it keeps going. Like think about it, like you going from 1,000 subscribers took you years, but now you're already at 1.3. Didn't even take that long. It took like a month.
Yeah.
You went from like 1,000 Instagram followers to like 5 in like years, then 5 to 20 in like a couple months.
Yeah.
And then 20 to 100 is gonna take like a year. 100 to 1,000,000. You know, it's just
if you get, that's the thing, you just keep hustling.
You just got to keep doing it.
Yeah, that's what I realized. It's just that shit. It's just staying consistent with anything, just being consistent in relationships, in friendships, in anything you do. Consistency wins, and it's just like a lot of people just get lazy in their life.
Being adamant and just like something like you just heard about MrBeast recently. This guy's been doing this shit since 2010.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And he just hit your radar.
Yeah, like maybe I probably heard about him for real, maybe 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And that means 10 years of him doing it.
Yeah.
And I started hearing about him like, and I just saw I actually saw his face for the first time like this year because he was in some video on my algorithm popped up.
Yeah.
And I love watching those videos where people give money to people that need it. Like it's such as easy. I love that. Make your heart like cry a little bit. Like it's such as dope. Like I'm rich. Like and he popped up on one of these things where I think it was hurricane. It was something whatever, and he was just going up to people and helping them out and giving them money.
Yeah.
And that's just such a cool thing because like I mean I know you're doing it for your channel too, but it's like you want to. It like makes you feel good to give. So like he popped, and I was like, oh, I like this guy. So instantly you have the tendency in you to be like, who the fuck is this guy that I've never heard of that has this many? But then I don't know. It's hard to not hate, but I get why people have the tendency to hate on shit like that, but I also think that it's just I don't know, man. Like you said, like you can't be a broke philanthropist. You know what I mean? Like and this fool is actually doing it. There's a lot of people as rich as he is that aren't doing any of that shit and don't give a fuck too.
Yeah.
So like the fact that he's helping out is fucking pretty dope.
Yeah,
that's what I want to do, man. I want to get legit, bro. Like for real, it's like that's that idea is like make that money so you can share that money. Because it's like I grew up so broke that like me even making a little bit of money is like I'm doing good right now. If my paychecks stay the way they are right now for the rest of my life, I'm fucking good, bro. So it's like I just want to be able to like get over everyone else out because it's not about being a millionaire. It's about feeling good about how you make your money and then being able to like. I don't know, create shit. I feel like so many small businesses went under during COVID. It's fucking wild how hard it is to like. I'm so lucky we stayed afloat. Honestly, bro, it was like twice we were like thinking about maybe not doing it anymore.
Damn.
And it came like real close. Now I'm just so glad we kept going. But I don't know, just being able to like be one of those people that hopefully I got inspired by people like Alan Watts and like different like awesome like Gary V's and these people that like stay like working hard and like thinking really big and like I don't know, bro, like being able to do that for some people overall as a business guy, because I smoke weed every fucking day.
Yeah,
like I smoke a ton of weed,
but like dude, like that stigma is like gone to shit. Like the richest guy in the world smokes weed on Rogan, you know?
Yeah. But I'm like high all day.
Yeah.
So that's even though on the business, like he told me when we started the business, he was like, I watched you for the first 2 years because I did not believe that you were gonna not fuck up because I smoke too much. And one reason I work so hard is because I don't want people to say, oh, he's just high and that's why he's fucking up. So it's like I don't want the weed to be an excuse. So if I work super hard and make shit happen, there is no, it makes me feel even better that I can smoke this much and be productive, because then my parents, like, everyone like leaves me alone about smoking so much weed when it's like, I don't know, Mike's doing pretty good.
Yeah.
He's high as fuck a lot. So
the stigma is going to go away. And we're like, oh yeah, Mike, the stoner who owns 5 businesses in the United States making $1 million net profits. Like,
I wish.
Dude, don't think about it, bro. If you have 2 venues in New York, 2 in Seattle, 2 in LA, it's just the numbers are just gonna go up, man.
I mean, I hope that'd be dope. Because again, the more money we make, the more we all make. That's that shit, dude. Fuck, we'll be having these everywhere.
Nice slice of the pie, man. Dude,
yeah, dude.
You're making it happen, bro. Like literally in a year span, you went from Wilshire shitty room to this. You know, just think about what you could do in 5.
I do think of that. I appreciate. Stop being so nice, by the way. It's fucking killing me.
You know, Mike, you're a piece of shit.
I feel better about it. It was fun. I was watching When Harry Met Sally for the first time because I'm like, I don't know why I don't watch anything. But at the end, when Billy Crystal says, I love you, it's in New York, and he says, I love you to Sally. And she just keeps saying, I hate you back to him. And she's crying. And then they look at each other and smile and they make out. I'm like, that is my life. That's what being where I'm from is like 100% is you say mean things if you like the person. Cause it's like, not I like it, but it's like, I get it more. It's like, oh yeah. Cause you, but I don't know, but I'm just fucking with you. You're very kind.
Yeah, man. And it's like, you have such a, like, I like the culture of Third Wheel too. Cause like I had like a corporate job before this. It was all right. But you know, it's like, I just feel more comfortable. I feel more me. I'm like, fuck you, Mike Masilotti.
Yeah,
I don't have to go to HR and be
no, for real. I love that shit.
yeah, fuck you, Mike.
Yeah.
You're a dumbass.
And tell me that
stoner.
And if I'm doing shit and I'm fucking up, tell me I'm fucking up here. Like, yo, dude, we need this shit at the studio.
Yeah.
And like I know, like I bought that water thing. They're like, yo, there's no fucking water jug, bro. Like, I'm so sorry. You're so fucking right. And like, I get it, man. Like, but that's the thing is I feel like we're all this person's above whoever doing whatever. It's like we're
collaborative.
Yeah, man. It's like if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be able to do this shit. And it's like I know how much we both need each side of this coin. And like, I don't know, bro. I love this shit. But I do like the fact that like I've worked for so many terrible bosses, and me and Nolan, I pride myself so much on like I think we're like, man, I don't know if you could work for better people.
Low key.
Fine, try to like for real. Like I don't know, man. We give a fuck about y'all and like business, the employees, the clients. Like if we have a shitty clients too, and you guys tell us, they're gone, bro.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, man. Yeah, man. God damn. You got a lot of bleeps on this show.
Yeah, a lot of bleeps, a lot of cuts. But it's just like, you know, it's like sometimes it's just like it's for real. Like when Randy Blair's in the studio, I'm like, oh thank God, I'm gonna have a good time.
And that's what I want. I want all of those in the studio.
Yeah.
And if anyone's rough, they don't get it's quick for me to say like, I'm sorry, but I don't want our guys to be going through a nightmare session. Like I want them to come in and be happy about working with you and be excited to work with you. Like when Peaked and Frank Castillo and
love them, bro.
It's like, bro, hell yeah,
goats. Yeah, they're always offering me weeds and bringing in the dopest people. You know,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, so I love that kind of shit, man. But I appreciate you guys just honestly being so dope, and like even just like the fact that we're being able to grow this shit is just so rad, man. Like I love this shit.
Yeah, man, we're making it happen. We're the best podcast studio in LA for sure.
Best in Seattle.
Best in Seattle
Gonna
too.
Be the best in New York. Be careful.
Best
watch
in
out.
the US, dude.
Yeah, dog.
Dude.
Well, you know, we figured out this could be real. Nolan's wife figured out that we are the best podcast studio in the world.
Oh, get the fuck out!
Because she looked up podcast studios all around the world, and we pull. I would bet money that we're top 3 100%.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah.
So it's like maybe, and she was saying, she's like, I haven't found anyone that's doing what we're doing with like the LED walls, the numbers that we're pulling and everything. Because you go state by state, I'll tell you in the US we're there.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know who will fuck with it. So it's kind of fun to see
best
like
studio in Idaho.
The world, dog. Yeah, right? No, but it's fun, man. I love this shit. I appreciate everyone that's been supportive. Just like all the comics coming through and all the fucking people that watch the stupid clips and shit I put up. Hopefully it's entertaining y'all. I just want to entertain people, and life is fucking so dumb, and I don't think it doesn't make any sense. And like I wish people would just stop taking everything so seriously and just try to enjoy each day. And if I could add a smile to your day or some dumb shit like that, then cool. And if not, then fuck off. Whatever. Just I don't know, man. I'm so lucky, and I do appreciate all the support. I've been getting like so many dope messages from people, and that's like it's never the people you think, which is very fun.
Yeah, that's true. It's always randoms who just like they always see you from afar, and I'm like, damn, thank you, bro.
Bro, my old boss sent me $40 because he's like, bro, I've been trying to see you live and I love everything you're doing, and I just want to support you. So what's your Cash App? And I was like, bro, no way. And he's like, no, dude, I know you have to buy dog just for dog food or anything. Just I really love your hustle, and it's like fucking. And I met this dude, bro. I moved to Seattle, and I got this job. I was fucking 26. And I got this job detailing boats and cars and shit. I'd be standing on a little buoy, scrubbing the side of a boat, falling into the water. Like, it was the wildest job. So this motherfucker saw me from like this kid that just moved from Albany to Seattle and like just trying to figure out how to make a buck to like this. And this guy supported me. It's just it's just so cool, man. Like I really do. It like that shit makes me so happy. I did a show in Arizona and Phoenix. My friend Ashley Miner from like high school came out to go see me, and it was just like so dope. I don't know. It's that kind of shit is like it's overwhelming in a really cool way. Like how many people are like it honestly makes you want to keep going.
Yeah, hundreds of those little messages, bro.
Yeah.
Like zooming out, like you said, friends from high school, like they're like, dude, what the fuck? Like you're having like these people on your podcast, you're just on the same room with them. I'm like, yeah, bro. Like now that you think of it, yeah, it's pretty crazy. Like what the hell?
Yeah, I mean, when we said like we had Neil deGrasse Tyson zoom in the other day, and it's like, dude, how dope is this shit?
Like
that
Neil deGrasse Tyson was here.
Yeah, it's fucking wild, bro. But yeah. But again, man, it's I love this shit. I appreciate honestly you a ton. You're one of our dudes, bro. You've been.
Thank you,
I think
bro.
you're the longest
in the
engineer
current roster.
we have. Yeah.
Oh shit, dude.
Because you were around before. I think Zach would have been it. Because Gio's not around. Yeah, I think that's it, right?
Dude, I'm the senior at
OG.
third wheel,
yeah,
bro.
The 20-year-old senior.
Fucking.
Oh, this company's going under.
It's not, bro. It's not. Trust me, it's not, man. We got it. Hey, man, MrBeast is 23, and his fucking below him are 50, 40-year-olds, bro.
I trust it, man. I love that shit, dude. The youth you got keeps us going. No, I love it, man. Honestly, dude, I really do think about that 5 years. I'm excited I can't comprehend where we're gonna be at, because my goal is like wrap this room with an LED wall, get tighter LEDs. This is like a fine one, but like keep stepping up everything, upgrade our cameras, upgrade just everything we can do. And it's like there's always something else to do.
There's always something.
And it's like, yeah, just keep moving up. That's the goal.
Dude, we're gonna get it, man. We're like us as a company, us as people, you and me, Mike. We got a bright future. We just gotta keep at it, bro.
Fuck yeah.
We just gotta, stay away from the flakes, keep it real with the Squid Squad. Keep it going, man.
Stay away from that fentanyl, dude.
Yeah, when Fling Flang comes out, we're gonna be the #1 users on the app.
100%, bro. I'm gonna be all over that shit.
Yeah, Fling Flang with Mike and Arman, man. Dude, that was Mike Masilotti. The camera's on you, man. Say whatever you want.
Thank y'all for watching and everything. Check out my YouTube channel. I just type in Mike Masilotti. Check out Bort the Deaf Frenchie. That dude's doing great. Third Wheel Hollywood, Third Wheel Podcast Studio, all that shit. Thanks Squid Squad. Bong bong. Thanks for checking this out.
Hell yeah, man. That was Mike Masilotti, guys. I hope you have a good one. Peace. Made it happen, bro. Made it happen.
Yeah. Thanks, dog.